What's up, Lane? See the banger we hit earlier? Dominguez gold vinyl. Hopefully you get something hit big. Hopefully we can hit like a Nito gold vinyl. Alright, here we go, boys. As you guys are aware, this case came in just boxes. I don't really have an explanation for it. I contacted my rep and asked them about it, so they're looking into it for me. I had a giant case of cards come. I opened it up, and this just was 12 boxes sitting in there, so. I'm not going to go through the names on all the base. First auto, George Valera out of 75. Marcelo. George Valera out of 75. Going to the Guardians. Teddy on the board right away. George Valera out of 75. Lesko, Dominguez. Lou Brock red out of 199 going to Bradley. Al Leiter, Mike Piazza. So they're supposed to have blueprint inserts and 2080 grade scale inserts, and I did not see either in the first case. We also didn't get a case hit. We didn't hit a Magma or a Color Blast. So hopefully we get those in these. Out of 199, Lou Brock. Sam Rice, Frisch, Boggs, Griffey, Bennett, Gabriel Gonzalez, silver. Jackson Ferris, red wave, and Miguel Bleece. So Ferris is to the Cubs. Cubs is Dom. Gabriel Gonzalez, Mariners to Pops. Maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them either. I checked eBay for them. They're not even on there. Alcantara, Cunha, Julian, Everson, De Los Santos, red out of 199. Early Win and Nolan Ryan. That would be nice. Griffey auto for Pops. What's up, Brian? De Los Santos D-backs going to Tyler. Out of 199. Perea, Mizorowski, Burnable. Second auto. Ty Madden, we hit his gold in the first case. Ty Madden going to the Tigers. Tigers are James. Ty Madden, potential penmanship. L.A. De La Cruz. Pack was short some base cards. Tom Glavine silver. Yiddy Cappy out of 50. Ricky Henderson and Jackson Merrill. Ricky to the A's. Yiddy to Teddy as well. Out of 50. Tom Glavine silver to the Braves. Bradley. Crawford, Choro, Bean, Pete Crow Armstrong, Evan Carter, Dominguez Fireworks. Randy Johnson. Fireworks Dominguez. We hit Fireworks of Dominguez earlier today. Gold vinyl, baby. Jackpot bounty winner 350. Meyer, Barger, Fabian. Ivan Melendez blue out of 149. James Wood, cracked ice, and Yoshida. James Wood, one of the Nats. Nats are Josh. Ivan Melendez going to Tyler. Salmon, Carlton, Miller, Furcal, Lou Bordeaux, Silver, Paul Konerko, Red Wave, Jim Tomei, Konerko, Boudreaux, Guardians, Boudreaux, Lou Boudreaux, Frelick, Romo, Bradley, Stargell, House, Cal Ripken out of 75, Green Scope, Cal Ripken, Bill Mazeroski, and Dominguez. Pirates are Brian, Bill Mazeroski, Cal Ripken, going to Steve out of 75. Two packs left in this box. Got Mazeroski, Bush, Terry, Ashburn, Meyer, Henderson, Grace, Davis, Nick York, Silver, Gabriel Hughes, Rockies out of 50, Orlando Cepeda, and Pete Rose. Cepeda to the Giants, going to Sean. Gabriel Hughes to the Rockies, going to Bradley out of 50. #1 draft pick from 2022. Nick York, Red Sox, going to Tyler. Should be our third auto right here. Martinez, Merrill, Witt, Ellie De La Cruz, Colton Cowser, Atomic, cracked ice, whatever you want to call it. Cracked ice, Colton Cowser going to Steve Parr. Nice hit. Not numbered, but nice hit. Solid first box. Good way to start. Cowser and George Valera. I don't think we had any vet autos last case. Maybe, but I don't think so. Like earlier, or yesterday morning, I did 2 boxes and I had a Cecil Fielder and a Lance Berkman. Alright, box number 2. Morneau, Nito, Brocker, Alex Ramirez. Here's one without the inserts again. Alex Ramirez red, Bert Blyleven. No insert. Bert Blyleven going to Twins, Bradley. Alex Ramirez to the Mets. Mets are Daniel Peters out of 199. Furcal, Carter, Jung, later, Ripken to Sasugano, Frank Thomas. Ken Griffey Red Wave as a red. Ken Griffey going to Nelson, Red Wave. And Frank Thomas silver to the White Sox. White Sox are Brian. Guys, we got Topps Chrome coming out this week. Pretty excited about that. Hopefully it's not a fiasco like last year. Walker, Vera, Choro, Veen, Mead, Elijah Green, Blue out of 149. Davison De Los Santos, White Sparkle. Going to the D-backs. Elijah Green going to Josh. Out of 149. D-back or Nationals are loaded in the outfield. Oh, Panini points. Go with. I had a feeling we were going to get some. 600 Panini points going to Tyler. So ridiculous. Yeah, Teddy, I'll have both. Marier, Evan Carter, silver, Mason Hour, red, and Drew Romo. Drew Romo to Bradley, Mason Hour to Jordan. Out of 199, Evan Carter silver to the Rangers. Rangers are Chris. Coleman, Feller, Papa Bell, Wood, Salmon, Ichiro, second to none. Luis Gonzalez, talk about no vets. There we go. Luis Gonzalez, D-backs. On to Tyler, Red Wave. Luis Gonzalez. Second to none, Ichiro going to Pops. Silver. Palmer, LaRussa, Mays, Marte, Barry, Cole Young, purple out of 99, and Yoshida, cracked ice. Don't be sad, Bradley. You can go buy that Luis Gonzalez for way less than what you would have paid for the D-backs. Cole Young out of 99. Farrell, Jones, Boggs, Young, Galoff, Al Lopez, Ricky Tiedemann. Ricky Tiedemann going to the Blue Jays, going to Bradley. Al Lopez to Brian and the Pirates. Wakefield, Hassel, Brown, Mark Grace red, and Rafael Furcal, Dodgers. Furcal going to John, red Mark Grace going to Dom, out of 199. Biggio, Collier, Vaquero, Mason Hour out of 75, green scope. Mason Hour out of 75, Rays. Rays hit Caminero in the first case. Mason Hour in the second. Going to Jordan. Just have him come to your house and sign then, man. Send it in the mail. Everson Pereira, Javi Lopez, purple, and Al Simmons. Al Simmons to the Athletics, I believe. Javi Lopez to the Braves, out of 99. Everson Pereira, silver to to the Yankees. On to Steve. Last pack of box number 2. Prismatic Tamar Johnson. And silver Harry Ford. Going to the Courtneys. Pops with the Mariners. And Brian with the Pirates. Tamar Johnson. Been crushing it. Single A. Yeah, man. You don't need a Luis Gonzalez from this break. Just gotta have him sign some shit and give it to you. You know, all kinds of pros, man. Like Luis over for lunch. Witt, Prelip, Tyler Locklear, Mariners blue, Colson Montgomery, and Willie Mays back to the insert. That's nice. Colson Montgomery going to Brian. Locklear Pops. Mizorowski. Seguno on the non-MLB. Kid's going to be a stud when he gets here. Ellie Redwave and Mo. Ellie Redwave. Sagano. Tomoyoki. Silver. Zach Geloff out of 75. AJ Smith-Shawver. Jace Jung. Smith-Shawver going to Bradley. Geloff out of 75 to the A's. A's are Steve Parr. Geloff's already up in the majors. Goose Gossage, Andy Pages. James Wood, let's go. James Wood, it seems to be a mainstay on every case. James Wood going to Josh. It's a nice hit, sir. James Wood. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. James Wood. Robert Moore, Kumar Rocker, silver, Dominguez red, Pete Rose, and Diego Cartaya. Pete Rose to the Reds, Nelson, Dominguez to Steve and the Yankees. Kumar Rocker to the Rangers and Chris. Jackson Holiday, Bubba Chandler. Kevin Alcantara. Kevin Alcantara. We hit his autograph in the first case too. One of the Cubs. Cubs are Dom. Kevin Alcantara. Gillian Rusham. Jim Edmonds, blue, out of 149. Ben Sheets and Randy Johnson. So Ben Sheets to the Brewers. Brewers are Dave Madsen. Jim Edmonds to the Cardinals, going to Bradley. 149. Out of your mind. Thompson, Caminero, Whitey Ford, Joe Tinker, and Yoshida. Joe Tinker, Red Wave. Whitey Ford, silver. Man, you guys always hit, man. Always. Never had a break where you guys don't hit. Mason Wynn, purple out of 99. Griffey with Seattle, and Tomei, pot of gold. Griffey out of Seattle going to Pops. Mason Wynn to Bradley. Drew Jones, Nick Gonzalez, Colton Cowser. Gordon Graceffo, we hit him last case too. Red, Gordon Graceffo, red. Red not numbered for some reason. Red, going to Bradley. Gordon Graceffo, red. The only way a pitcher makes our board is if it's really low numbered. Silver, Cal Ripken, going to Steve. Tom Seaver to the Mets. Teddy, Addison Barger to the Blue Jays, and Tom Seaver. Addison Barger going to Bradley. Tom Seaver to Daniel Peters. Sorry, Daniel. Thought it was Teddy. He has the Marlins. Cal to Steve. Cal to Steve. Last pack of box number 3. Brian Ramos, Rafaela, Sutter, Farah, Ford, Jung, Palette, Randy Johnson, silver, and Pete Rose. Randy Johnson, silver. On the Pops. Alright, 4th box, 1/3 of the way through. Alright, here we go. Box number 4. De Los Santos, Larkin, Mayo. Diego Cartaya, silver. J.R. Ritchie, Francisco Alvarez. J.R. Ritchie going to Bradley. Diego Cartaya to John. Nice little. Hold on a second, I'll check. No, they don't. Nope. Those inserts aren't on there. Jordan Lawler, Jacob Berry, Gavin Cross, Tom Seaver, blue, on to Daniel, Whitey Ford, and Pudge. Maybe they are. Maybe they're first off the line. Maybe they're retail. I don't know. I'm going to stop by Target tomorrow and see if I can pick up some. I'll let you know. Ooh, redemption. Mark McGuire. Redemption. There we go. Gold vinyl, gold vinyl, gold vinyl. Nope, silver. Potential penmanship. Card number 3. Let's go! Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie De La Cruz silver auto. Going to Nelson. Ellie in the house. Dominguez in the first case. Ellie in case number 2. Willie Mays, silver. Kirby Puckett out of 99. And Robin Ventura. Robin Ventura going to the White Sox. Brian. Kirby Puckett going to Bradley. Willie Mays to Sean. Ripken, Sugano. Brian Rocheo. Brian Rocheo. Guardians, Teddy. Nice hit, Teddy. Choro, Loiter. Job, Rose. Alan Trammell, red. Mike Mussina, cracked ice, and Zach Bean. Mussina going to the Orioles. Steve. Trammell going to James out of 199. Drew Jones, Cecil silver, Sam Crawford red wave, and Bobby Witt prismatic. Sam Crawford Tigers, Cecil Fielder Tigers, Big Daddy. Rafaela Dawson, Tomei, Crawford, Mike Piazza blue, going to Daniel, Harry Walker to St. Louis, and Andy Rodriguez. Harry Walker, St. Louis, Piazza blue out of 149, Mets, going to Daniel. Brian Ramos out of 75, going to the White Sox. Colson Montgomery. Brian Ramos out of 75 to the White Sox. Going to Brian. Maddox, Kai Bush, Adele Amador, silver. George Brett out of 75, Carson Williams, and Ellie De La Cruz. Carson Williams to the Rays, Jordan. George Brett to the Royals, Anthony. Out of 75. Adele Amador to the Rockies, Bradley. Two packs left in this box. We got our giraffe. Mark McGuire. Mark McGuire silver and Ichiro. So 2 McGuires in that pack. John, no autos yet, man. McGuire, Giraffe. It is Ellie. Giraffe McGuire. I like that look too. I like the draft cards. Hence, Ortega, Colas, Blaze. Frank Thomas red out of 199. Connor Norby and Tamar Johnson. The drafts are not numbered, but they are short prints, one per case, I do believe. Frank Thomas. No different than the Zebras, Dom. Zebras from football. Just a different animal. Alright, 4 boxes down. Pretty solid so far. Ellie in the house. Brandon Fat out of 75. Willie Mays. Brandon Fat going to the D-backs. Tyler, he's up in the majors with like a 7 ERA. Lawler, De Los Santos, Gillick. Jim Edmonds, blue. Dick Williams, Dodgers. No. Mariano Rivera. Dick Williams going to the Dodgers. Jim Edmonds to the Cardinals. York, Posey. Brandon Barria, silver. Frank Thomas, Red Wave, and Jace Jung. Frank Thomas going to Brian. Barria to Bradley. Mason Wynn, Colson Montgomery, Cam Collier, Sterling Thompson, purple on purple. Roberto Alomar and Curtis Mead. Robbie Alomar going to Bradley. Sterling Thompson, purple out of 99 to Bradley as well. Owen Murphy, we hit him in the last case too. Diego Cartaya, Owen Murphy going to Bradley, Braves. Curtis Mead, Cal. Luke Gold, Tigers. Omar Vizquel, Guardians. Harry Ford, Mariners. Harry Ford going to Pops. Omar Vizquel to the Guardians. Teddy. $1.99. Luke Gold going to James. Tigers. Drew Jones, Matt Williams, Jim Tomei, pot of gold, silver, A-Rod, Tomei to Heather, Jackson Jobe, blue, 149. Ricky Tiedemann, Babe Ruth. Ricky. Bring the eater, Ricky. Jackson Jobe going to James. Out of 149. Grant McCray, Rafaela, Narco, Daniel Susick, Napla Joe, Buster Posey, Napla Joe to the Guardians, Teddy, Susick silver going to the A's, Steve. Walker. Ken Griffey Reds. Green Scope. Luis Gonzalez and Kyle Harrison. Gonzalez going to Tyler. Griffey going to Nelson. Thorpe, Snelling, Fat. Brooks Lee, Minnesota. Brooks Lee going to Bradley. Brooks Lee. Miguel Blease. Craig Biggio silver. Jason Dominguez red number 2. Ricky Henderson, Zach Dean. Ricky going to Steve. Dominguez going to Steve. Out of 199. Craig Biggio out of silver. Going to the Astros, Bradley. Alright, this is box number 6, our halfway mark. Max Wagner, green scope. Up, our purple box, Yoshida. Our last purple box was crazy. Chuck Klein, Pete Crow Armstrong. Our last purple box had 2 1-of-1s in it. Max Wagner, green scope to the Orioles. Yoshida to the Red Sox. Man, oh man. Rod Carew, silver. Paul Konerko, Red Wave. Elijah Green and David Cone. Elijah Green, Paul Konerko, Rod Carew, Twins going to Bradley. Tank Dents. Orange, Connor Norby out of 50. Cal Ripken. Heine Guerrero and Kirby Puckett. Cal Ripken, White Sparkle. Orioles are Steve. Connor Norby also going to the Orioles out of 50. No 25s yet. No 10s, no golds, no gold, black gold. Yosvar Zuleta, Blue Jays. Yosvar Zuleta, Blue Jays, going to Bradley. Larry Walker. We got Grant McRae and Babe Ruth. Grant McRae and Babe Ruth. Posey, Lawler, Cal Ripken Silver, Jake Bennett, Nationals, Brady House, Nationals, McGuire, Justin Crawford, and Carlos Baerga. Carlos Baerga to the Guardians, Teddy. Justin Crawford to the Phillies, Heather. Brady House to the Nats, Josh. Jake Bennett to the Nats, Josh. Cal Ripken to the Orioles, Steve. York, Faria, Nick Wilson, Leiter, Salas, Tom Seaver, Francisco Alvarez, Jim Rice, and Roderick Arias. Roderick Arias, Yankee, going to Steve. Jim Rice, Red Sox, going to Tyler. Tom Seaver, Mets, going to Daniel. Nick Gonzalez, Raleigh Fingers, Gordon Graceffo, going to Bradley, Jim Tomei, going to Heather, Robert Moore, and Edward Julian. Julian going to Bradley and the Twins. Robert Moore to Dave Madison. Jim Tomei to Heather. Gordon Graceffo going to Bradley out of 99. Sugano, non-MLB, Andy Pages, Jackson Holiday, Tyler Locklear, Whitey Ford going to Steve, Locklear Pops, Pages, John Avila, Sugano, Tyler, second Sugano Silver, red Andrew Jones out of 199, Elijah Green, White Sparkle, Joe Carter, Bubba Chandler to Brian, Joe Carter to Bradley, Elijah Green to Josh, Andrew Jones to Bradley, Redemption, Jacob Berry, Andy Pages, Brennan Davis to Dom, Andy Pages to John. Man, oh man, let's see something crazy. Orange Wave, that means it's out of 50. Card number 92. Oh, Man of Steel, Ricky Henderson. Let's go. Going to the Athletics. Nice hit by Steve. Gold Wave Ricky Henderson. Tyler Gentry. Carlton Fisk. David Ortiz. Jared Schuster and Larry Doby. Larry Doby going to Cleveland. Jared Schuster to Atlanta. Big Poppy to Boston. Carlton Fisk to Boston as well. That's one's out of 149. And Tyler Gentry is Royals. Royals are Anthony Silver. One more pack left in this box. Now this will be our halfway mark. Another auto. Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams, Guardians. On to Teddy. I said Teddy. Gavin Williams. Ivan Rodriguez. We got Big Mac and Mizorowski. Mizorowski going to David. Mac going to Steve. Alright. This is box 6. This is box 7. Teddy is eating, man. 3 autos already. Oh, another insert pack missing. Out later, Nick Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez going to the Pirates. Brian. Out later to the Mets. Daniel out of 99. Still no 25s yet. No 10s. Nothing low. Ellie Silver. Pete Rose Red Wave. Pete Rose and Ellie both going the same place. Nelson. Ellie Silver. Witt. Julian. Mason Wynn Red. Chase the Lauder, Guardians. Teddy. Mason Wynn Red. Bradley out of 199. Little color match. Cam Collier, Reds. Cam Collier going to Nelson. Cam Collier. Silver Meyer. Jim Bunning Blue. And Cade Horton for the Reds or Cubs. Cade Horton Cubs. Going to Dom. Jim Bunning Blue out of 199 or 149 to the Tigers. Going to James. Marcelo Meyer Silver for the Red Sox. Parada. Yoshida, A-Rod, and Kevin Alcantara number 2. Kevin Alcantara number 2. Going to Dom. Couldn't put a color on either of them. Fireworks A-Rod to the Yankees. Tyler Gentry, Jose Salas. Jose Salas is Twins. Bradley, Tyler Gentry, Royals. Anthony, out of 75. Omar Vizquel, Chief Meyer. Chief Meyer to the Giants. Omar Vizquel to the Guardians. Glavin, Ramirez, Yuli, Nomar Garcia-Parra, Carlton Fisk, both Red Sox. Carlton Fisk, Red Sox. Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson, gold, orange wave. Later. Graceffo number 2. Graceffo number 2 going to Bradley. So Alcantara and Graceffo were doubles in this case. Nomar, Michael Bush, and Sam Rice. Nomar, Michael Bush, and Sam Rice. Michael Bush, blue out of 149. Going to John. Nomar, silver. Tyler. That's interesting. Sam Rice, Twins. Babe Ruth, silver. And Ricky Henderson, silver. Both going to Steve Parr. Yeah, that would be a nice auto to have. I got a nice triple thread Ricky 101 up on eBay right now by accident, but it's doing well, so I just left it up there. Another one with no inserts. Susek out of 99, Yoshida. Yoshida, Red Sox, going to Tyler. Susek, Steve, out of 99. Another box with no inserts. So crazy that your packing just can't get it right. Sam Crawford, Richie Ashburn. Richie Ashburn going to Heather. The Phillies. Sam Crawford going to the Tigers. James Stein. Alfonso Soriano. Jack Leiter. Jack Leiter to Chris. Fonzie to the Yankees. I'm sure. Fresh, Jones, Boggs, Prelip, Parada, Mason Wynn, and Warren Spahn. Spahn to the Braves. Mason Wynn to the Cardinals. Both go to Bradley. James Wood, number 2. So third dupe so far in the last 2 boxes. James Wood, number 2. Going to Josh. Jacob Melton. Rockaroo and Big Poppy. Jacob Melton going to the Astros. Bradley. Rockaroo to the Twins, also Bradley. Me and Brad were talking about that earlier. I was like, yeah, I haven't seen Ethan Salas pulled yet. I've watched a lot of this break. He's watched a lot of it break. No Ethan Salas pulled. No Yoshida. Pete Rose. Kevin Parada. We hit this last case. Daniel Peters. Nice hit. Out of 75. Kevin Parada. Pete Rose. Silver. Going to Nelson. Jared Schuster and Pat Gillick. Pat Gillick to the Blue Jays. Jared Schuster to the Braves, both Bradley. Gordon Graceffo. Everson Pereira. So Pereira to the Yankees, Steve. Graceffo to Bradley and the Cardinals. J.R. Ritchie. A lot of the same names from the last case. J.R. Ritchie. Going to Bradley. Judd Fabian. Mark Grace and Hao Yu Lee. Judd Fabian going to Steve. Mark Grace. We'll do Hao Yu Lee to the Phillies first. Grace, purple out of 99 to Dom. Last pack of box 8. 2/3 of the way done. Evan Carter, Willie Mays, both Prizm silvers. Willie Mays, pot of gold. Evan Carter, prismatic. Mays going to Sean. Evan Carter going to Chris. Alright, box number 9. Making good time on this case. Last one did like 1 hour and 50 minutes. Alright, let's go. We need something big to end this last quarter on. Ben Sheets, Tucker Toman, and we're back to having our inserts. Tucker Toman to the Blue Jays. Ben Sheets to the Brewers, going to Dave Madsen. I'll bet you he's a redemption, Tyler. Andrew Jones, Braves, Tom Seaver, Mets, Randy Johnson. Still haven't seen the Magma or Color Blast. We didn't see one in the last case either. No yellows and no gold in this one yet. Brandon Berea, Averson Ortega, Randy Johnson. Averson Ortega to the Giants, Sean. Berea out of 99 to the Blue Jays. It's crazy that we haven't had any low number. No 25s, no 10s, no 5s, nothing. Orelvis Martinez, Blue Jays. Orelvis Martinez, Blue Jays. Nice hit. Going to Bradley. Jackson Merrill, silver. Chief Meyer, red. Carlton Fisk. Jim Tomei. Carlton Fisk. Red Sox. Chief Meyer out of red out of 199. Giants. Jackson Merrill, Padres. Yoshida, Dominguez. Catfish Hunter, Yuri Perez, Bobby Witt. Yuri Perez to Teddy, the Marlins. Catfish Hunter going to Steve Parr in the Athletics, 149. Cooper Jerpy, Samuel Zavala, Zach Veen. Zavala to the Padres, Pops. Jerpy to the Cards. Bradley. Suter, Lombardi, Madden, Crawford, Bush, Terry, Martinez, Mike Piazza, 75, Nap Legel, Willie Mays, Nap to the Guardians, Piazza to the Mets, Daniel, 75. Hmm. 1,500 Panini points. And Mariano Rivera. 1,500 Panini points going to Tyler. Puts him over the 2,000 mark. Dodgers. No Dodger autos. Some color. Not yet. Cade Horton. A little dent in the middle right there. Somebody probably took their fingernail to it. Zach Veen, Ben Joyce, Jace Jung. Ben Joyce, Angels. Going to Bradley. Zach Veen, Rockies, Bradley, Cade Horton, John. Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones, Yankees, going to Steve. Silver auto. Alright, 3 boxes remaining. Bubba Chandler, purple. Whitey Herzog, Pete Crow Armstrong. Whitey Herzog to the Cardinals, Bradley. Bubba Chandler to Pittsburgh, going to Brian out of 99. Ralph Kiner, Andy Rodriguez, Ryan Sandberg, Andy to the Pirates, one of Brian, Ralph Kiner as well. Jack Morris, red, Bill Terry, and Kevin Alcantara. Jack Morris, Tigers, red. Hold on a second, guys. Zach Yeloff out of 75. Reggie Crawford, Ichiro. Reggie Crawford to the Giants. Zach Yeloff to the A's. Out of 75 going to Steve. Caminero, Biggio, Pudge, Zach Veen, Jackson Jobe, Gavin Williams, Jackson Jobe going to James, Zach Veen, Bradley, Max Wagner, Drew Gilbert, Babe Ruth, Drew Gilbert going to Bradley, Max Wagner going to Steve. J.R. Ritchie number 2. J.R. Ritchie number 2. Going to Bradley. Got orange coming up. Jackson Churro silver. Orelvis Martinez out of 50. Orlando Cepeda. Bobby Witt. Cepeda going to the Giants. It's going to Sean. Orelvis Martinez out of 50 to the Blue Jays. And Choro to the Brewers. Dave. Mags, Madden, Cappy, Jim Tomei, Andy Rodriguez, Tomei silver, Jim Rice out of 75. Jim Rice out of 75. Red Sox. Tyler. Harry Ford. Duke Snyder. Jackson Jobe. King Griffey. Jackson Jobe to James. Harry Ford to Pops. I know. Two cases, 3 races. Duke Snyder out of 149. Kyle Harrison out of 50. Orange Wave. Kyle Harrison out of 50. One of the Giants. Going to Sean. There's a picture we can get behind. Prospects. Alright, 2 boxes left. Still no color blast, still no magma, still no golds, and no 25s. we go. I think we got gold in here. Jason Dominguez gold out of 10. Johnny Pesky and Ricky Tiedemann. Johnny Pesky to the Red Sox and Dominguez out of 10 to the Yankees. Steve. Dominguez out of 10. Chris Jones, Boggs, Alvarez, Aaron Zavala, Rangers, McAble, Phillies, Zach Neto, pot of gold. McAble going to Heather. Zavala to the Rangers, going to Chris. Scoron, Yoshida, James Wood, blue, Ryan Zimmerman, both going to Josh and A-Rod. James Wood, blue, out of 149. He's top loader. Taj Bradley, Rays, going to Jordan. Taj Bradley. Griff McGarry, Wade Boggs, silver. George Brett, red. David Wells and Buster Posey. Wade Boggs, silver to the Red Sox. Going to Tyler. George Brett to the Royals, out of 199. Going to Anthony. David Wells to the Blue Jays. Going to Bradley. Color Blast, George Brett, Anthony Hassemer. Color Blast, George Brett. Let's go. I've seen George the most out of all of them. George Brett. We'll take those. I'm sure you will. Randy Johnson, silver. Kyle Harrison. Randy Johnson to the D-backs. Oh, silver, yeah. Buck Leonard, Sugano, both of them going to non-MLB. George Brett, Sugamo, Yamori Giants, and Buck Leonard, Homestead Grays, out of 99. Crazy how much supplies you go through with this product. All Prizm products, should I say. Matthews, Schuster, Milton, Brett, Lawler, Oliva, Jim Palmer, Eric Chavez, Brooks Lee, Eric Chavez, Athletics, Jim Palmer, Steve, David Ortiz, Robbie Snelling, Evan Carter, Robbie Snelling, the Pops, Big Poppy out of 75 to Tyler. Grace, Witt, Jenkins, Fingers, Davis, White, Rodriguez, Wynn, Wisenhunt, Montgomery. Points, 900 more points. And Griffey. So 3,000 points for the point spot. Last case we had 2,700. Griffey, silver. Jack Morris out of 50. Andre Dawson and Pete Rose. Andre Dawson to Josh. Jack Morris to the Tigers. James. And Griffey to Pops. Luis Angel Acuna. Evan Carter. Rangers going to Chris. Luis Angel Acuna. One box remaining, guys. Last box. Hopefully there's a banger in it. We did get our color blast this time, which is nice. Alright, our last box. Something gold. Something gold. Jackson Jobe, Cal Ripken, Caden Wallace, Andy Rodriguez, Jobe, James, Cal Ripken out of 75, Caden Wallace, Christian Vaquero, silver, Owen White, and Willie Mays. So Owen White goes to the Rangers, Chris. Christian Vaquero goes to Josh. Curtis Meade, blue. Tim Salmon, Brandon Fat, Tim Salmon. Tim Salmon just took a coaching job over in California, I think at a high school. Curtis Meade, on to Jordan, blue, Tim Salmon. Davison De Los Santos, Harry Walker, Pete Crow Armstrong, Harry Walker, St. Louis, De Los Santos, D-backs, Ty Madden number 2. Ty Madden number 2. And 3 Ty Maddens in 2 cases. That's tough. Tigers. Going to James. Jack Morris, David Wells, Vince Coleman, Goose Gossage. Vince Coleman going to Brad. David Wells to Brad. Jack Morris to the Tigers, James. Yoshida, forward. Yoshida, silver. Kyle Manzardo. A lot of base autos in this. Kyle Manzardo going to Jordan. Can't believe we didn't hit much in terms of big color. Like the last case we had like 5 out of 5, we had 2 10s. Randy Johnson, Juan Marichal. Randy, Prismatic, Diamondbacks. Tony Oliva, silver. Dominguez, red. Reggie Crawford, Cal Ripken. Reggie Crawford, Sean. Jason Dominguez, Steve. Tony Oliva, Bradley. George Valera. First auto we started on is the same auto we end on. George Valera going to Teddy. Griffey. And our last pack of the break. Going to end with a purple. Andy Pages, Pudge Rodriguez, and Jordan Lawler. That's our break, guys. Andy Page is going to John. I'm going to recap. Alright, our silver piles. Adele Amador, Cecil Fielder, Willie Mays, Diego Cartaya, Randy Johnson, Cal Ripken, Wadey Ford, Kumar Rocker, Sugano, Harry Ford, Tamar Johnson, Everson Perea, Al Lopez, Ichiro, Evan Carter, Frank Thomas, Nick York, Lee Boudreau, Jason Dominguez, Tom Glavine, Gabriel Gonzalez. Willie Mays, Judd Fabian, Gordon Graceffo, Pete Rose, Jacob Melton, Sam Crawford, Babe Ruth, Ricky Henderson, Nomar Garcia, Omar Vizquel, Alex Rodriguez, Marcelo Meyer, Ellie De La Cruz, Tyler Gentry, Sugano, Seaver, Ripken, Carew, Biggio, Susic, Tome, Gold, Barea, and McGuire. We got Tony Oliva, Randy Johnson, Yoshida, Morris, De Los Santos, Christian Vaquero, Jackson Jobe, Ken Griffey, Jim Palmer, Randy Johnson, Wade Boggs, Aaron Zavala, Harry Ford, Jim Thome, Jackson Chora, Zach Veen, Ralph Kiner, Kate Horton, Cooper Jerpy, Masataka Yoshida, Jackson Merrill, Andrew Jones, Evan Carter. Our red. Jason Dominguez, David Wells, George Brett, Max Wagner, Jack Morris, Zach Veen, Chief Myers, Mason Wynn, Alfonso Soriano, Nomar Garcia Parra, Mason Wynn, Andrew Jones, Jake Bennett, Jason Dominguez, Omar Vizquel, Frank Thomas, Alan Trammell, Tom Seaver, Jason Dominguez. So 3 Jason Dominguez red. Mark Grace, Mason Auer, Alex Ramirez, Devison De Los Santos, and Lou Brock. 3 Jason Dominguez red hits. That's crazy. Our blues. We got Curtis Mead, James Wood, Duke Snyder, Catfish Hunter, Ben Sheets, Jarrett Schuster, Rod Carew, Michael Bush, Jim Bunning, Carlton Fisk, Jackson Jobe, Jim Edmonds, Mike Piazza, Tom Seaver, Jim Edmonds, Tyler Locklear, Elijah Green, and Ivan Melendez. Out of 99, Andy Pages, Buck Leonard, Bubba Chandler, Brandon Bariba, Mark Grace, Daniel Susic, Al Leiter, Gordon Graceffa, Sterling Thompson, Kirby Puckett, Mason Wynn, Javi Lopez, Cole Young. Out of 75, Cal Ripken, David Ortiz, Zach Geloff, Mike Piazza, Tyler Gentry, Max Wagner, Ken Griffey, George Brett, Zach Geloff, and Cal Ripken. Out of 50, Jack Morris, Orelvis Martinez, Connor Norby, Gabriel Hughes, and Yippee Cappy. Our autos. Our base, Kyle Manzardo, Ty Madden, Luis Angel Acuna, J.R. Ritchie 1 and 2, James Wood 1, Gordon Graceffa 1, Kevin Alcantara 1, Gavin Williams, Owen Murphy, Brian Rocheo, Kevin Alcantara 2, Ty Madden 2. We got Yosvar Zuleta. We got Orelvis Martinez, Taj Bradley, Gordon Graceffa 2, and Brandon Pfaadt. Got George Valera 1 and 2 out of 75, Brian Ramos out of 75, Kevin Parada out of 75, Cam Collier, Brooks Lee, James Wood, Spencer Jones, Colton Cowser Atomic. We got Kyle Harrison out of 50. We got Luis Gonzalez Red Wave, Jim Rice, Mason Auer, Ricky Henderson Orange Wave out of 50. We got Mark McGuire Giraffe. We got Jason Dominguez out of 10 gold. George Brett Color Blast. Oh, sorry, we do have 3,100 in Panini points as well. And our big hit, silver, Ellie De La Cruz. Ellie. Guys, thanks for the break. I appreciate it. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks again, guys. Have a